Obesogens, environmental chemicals, can make you fat. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to gain weight easily despite their best efforts with diet and lifestyle, while others can eat freely without consequence? The answer might involve hidden chemical culprits called obesogens. These are chemicals in our everyday environment that can make our bodies store more fat, feel hungrier, and burn fewer calories. The term obesogen was coined by scientists at the University of California, Irvine, to describe chemicals that interfere with the body's ability to regulate weight. These substances act as endocrine disruptors, meaning they interfere with hormones that control appetite, metabolism, and fat storage. Dr. Bruce Blumberg, a developmental biologist at UC Irvine, who helped pioneer the field, defines obesogens as chemicals that stimulate the development of fat and reprogram metabolism toward weight gain. In other words, they can make your body more efficient at storing fat and less efficient at burning it. Obesogens are found in a surprising range of places, and most people have measurable levels of them in their blood. According to research published in Environmental Health Perspectives, over 98% of Americans tested have at least one obesogen chemical circulating in their system. Newborns arrive with an average of 200 industrial chemicals already in their systems, detected in umbilical cord blood. Even at extremely low doses, these chemicals can fundamentally alter how our bodies process energy. How did this happen? Obesity rates have tripled worldwide since 1975, and our pets are overweight as well. Since then, our environment has changed dramatically, with more than 80,000 synthetic chemicals introduced into our air, water, and food, without testing for the impact to metabolism. Weight management advice focuses on calories and activities. While energy balance matters, obesogen research reveals a much more complex picture. These chemicals don't just add pounds, they reprogram our metabolism at the cellular level. Obesogens disrupt multiple biological systems at once. They affect your body in the following ways: creating more fat cells, blocking fat burning, disrupting hunger signals, altering metabolism, and rewiring future generations. Obesogens are woven into modern life. Here are some of the most common sources. Your kitchen, non-stick cookware containing PFOA, plastic food containers and water bottles with BPA, canned foods with BPA-lined interiors, microwave popcorn bags, pizza boxes, fast food packaging. Your food, pesticide residues on conventionally grown produce, herbicides like atrazine in water supplies, chemicals in processed and packaged foods, personal care products, phthalates in fragrance products, shampoos, and cosmetics, parabens in preservatives, compounds in lotions and makeup, around your home, flame retardants, PBDEs, in furniture, mattresses, and carpeting, cleaning products, house dust containing accumulated chemicals, pharmaceuticals, certain antidepressants and antihistamines, some diabetes medications, atypsychotics. Traditional toxicology assumes the dose makes the poison, meaning more exposure causes more harm and less is safer. Many obesogens behave like hormones, which function at incredibly tiny concentration of parts per billion or even trillion. A nanogram of a chemical can trigger significant biological effects. Studies show that the body's hormone receptors are more sensitive to subtle mimicry than to overwhelming signals. This phenomenon undermines how safety standards are currently set. Regulators test for high-dose toxicity, but if the worst effects happen at the lowest doses, those safety levels may be the most harmful. Reducing your exposure. In the kitchen, replace plastic containers with glass or stainless steel. Avoid heating food in plastic containers. Choose fresh foods over canned when possible. Use cast iron, stainless steel, or ceramic cookware instead of nonstick. At the grocery store, buy organic produce, especially for items on the Dirty Dozen list. There'll be a link for that below. Choose products with minimal packaging. Avoid heavily processed foods, those with long ingredient lists and unfamiliar chemicals. Avoid bottled water stored in plastic for long periods or exposed to heat. For personal care, select fragrance-free products to avoid the phthalates. Choose items with shorter, simpler ingredients lists. Look for products labeled paraben-free. Consider making some products yourself with basic ingredients. Around your home, vacuum frequently with HEPA filters to reduce dust that contains chemicals. Choose furniture and mattresses without flame-retardant treatments. Open windows regularly to reduce indoor air pollution. Remove shoes at the door to avoid tracking in chemicals. Pregnancy. If you are pregnant or planning to become pregnant, reducing obesogen exposure is particularly important, as prenatal exposure appears to have the most significant and long-lasting effects. Even small changes can make a measurable difference. One study found that children who switched to organic food for just 5 days had significantly lower pesticide residues in their urine. Small changes matter. Understanding obesogens doesn't mean abandoning all hope for healthy weight management. Diet, exercise, sleep, stress management, and overall lifestyle still matter enormously. But this knowledge helps explain why traditional advice doesn't always work for everyone. Awareness and personal choices remain our best defense. Your body continuously works to eliminate these chemicals, so reducing new exposure gives your system a chance to clear out accumulated toxins. Knowledge is power. Mindful choices can free you from the invisible chemical cues that disrupt your endocrine system and, in turn, help protect your health and the health of future generations. Hi, I'm Ellen McCurdy, and if you enjoyed my free digital report, The Big 3 Things That Are Harming You and You Don't Even Know It, you might want to get my ebook, 12 Dangers to Your Best Life and How to Fix Them. It comes with several bonuses, including wall art, a tracker, and another digital report on bladder leaks. The link will be in the description, or you can go to my website, triumphandgrace.com. Thank you. Talk to you later.